Well, good morning, Grace Fellowship Church. My name's Jim, and I'm one of the dish operation repair consultant specialists at your service. Now, the good news is that we are having a Jim and Jim show too, and I brought with me this morning some fan mail just so that you can have an idea of what people are saying about Jim and Jim number 2. First one comes from Jim's dad. Go figure. It says, "Dear Jim and Jim, I am looking forward to Jim and Jim show number 2. Well, thank you, sir. I laughed so hard at the last Jim and Jim show that I had an accident. Now, folks, don't be worried. Jim's dad gave a large donation to help pay for that chair that he had an accident in. And the great part is we didn't have to get rid of the chair. One of you's sitting in it right now. Anyway, love, Dad. All right, let's go to our next fan mail. The next fan mail is from a feller named Zach. It says, "Dear Jim and Jim, last year's Jim and Jim act was so funny. I sure do hope you bring back those ducks, Chris and Kringle." Zach, let me be real honest with you. There's a difference between a baby duck and a grown duck. A baby duck looks cute. A grown duck is good, if you know what I mean. So anyway, that's just a couple of our pieces of fan mail we got. If you would like to send some fan mail, maybe some suggestions, some ideas you may have for this Jim and Jim production, you can send them to jimandjimshow@gmail.com. That's the jimandjimshow@gmail.com. Now, if for some reason you don't like Jim and Jim and you'd like to send us some criticism, send it to idon'tcare@worthless.com. All right, we look forward to hearing from you. Y'all have a good one. See you, Pastor RJ. Well, good morning, Grace Fellowship Church. My name's Jim. I'm Dish Operation Repair Consultant Specialist. How you doing, Pastor RJ? Don't answer that because I can't hear you. Anyway, I'm here this morning because, as you've heard, the Jim and Jim show number 2 is coming your way. That's right, it's coming this Christmas, and I'm here to share with you some fan mail we have received at jimandjimshow@gmail.com. If you'd like to send us your fan mail, please send it that way. But here's a letter from Tom. "Dear Jim and Jim, if you have flash on again this year, could you do something about covering up those legs? I had nightmares for days. It was like Big Bird with a cape on. Tom, rest assured, the nightmare that stole Christmas will not occur again. Flash is not in this year's musical." This one comes from Susie. I like to call her Susie Q. It says, "Dear Jim and Jim, was that real snow that fell from the ceiling last year in your production? You know, sometimes I think I may be kind of dumb, but then I get an email like this and I feel pretty darn smart. Thanks for writing, Susie. If you have any questions or suggestions for this year's Jim and Jim, please send them our way. That's jimandjimshow@gmail.com. If you have any critiques or criticism, send them to idon'tcare@worthless.com. We look forward to hearing from you. Y'all have a good morning.